Hello, you guys. This is going to be your twin flame soulmate love energy connection. So this is for those of you who resonate with the twin flame or soulmate energies. So I'm going to go ahead and start shuffling. I'm going to use the the Tarot of Sexual Magic deck, the After Tarot, and the New Vision Tarot for our spread. So I'm going to tune into the energies for this week collectively. I'm going to start off with your energy, and then I'm going to look at the second person's energy, the other person, okay? I call it you, the viewer, and the other person, the other party involved, okay? I don't really like the whole divine feminine, divine masculine type of things, okay? That can always interchange. So this is for the week of October 9th through the 15th, 2017. And I also will pull an advice card from the Romance Angels as well. So the energy that you're presently putting into the connection, you have the Nine of Pentacles, okay? So I kind of feel like you're at a place where you're open to whatever, because this person here, this card is interesting. It's like he's about to cut her hair off. It's kind of like you're ready to cut any loose ends with this connection, is what I'm getting for most of you. That this is where you are. Because you're looking at it from a different perspective now. I don't feel like you're looking at this any longer as a potential loss. Like whatever happens is supposed to happen or is meant to happen. I don't feel like you're looking at this as like, oh, if he cuts off my hair, then it's never going to grow back. That's not true. So it's like that ideology. And this is a message that's been coming up for a few days. I keep getting in multiple readings that whatever is being, and it could be the energy that we're in with this full moon and it being Libra season. It could also be the fact that things are coming into balance and whatever is not of your highest good anymore is going to fall away. It also is a karmic, it could be an ending of a karmic cycle for a lot of you. I'm thinking the Justice card in my mind because Justice represents Libra, and we're in the season of Libra. So that's where you are within the participation of this. It's like your energy is saying, putting into this connection, I can do this with or without you. It's kind of the energy of the Knight of Pentacles, because that woman, she stands in the garden, the traditional Knight of Pentacles, she stands in the garden on her own. She's got all her own coins and pentacles. She's happy. She has a little bird with her. And it's like, it wouldn't hurt to have that 10th pentacle, but I'm set and I'm good with myself. And whatever is meant to stay will stay. And if that 10 of Pentacles comes, when the opportunity comes with it, I'll happily accept. But I'm not crying and losing sleep over that 10 of Pentacles if it's not here, if it's not coming. That's where I feel like you're at, if that makes sense. So as far as the present energy where you are, you're with the 8 of Pentacles. So you're working, more than likely working towards really meaning what you say with this. Like, I don't really need you, or I'm not losing any sleep if things don't happen in the way that I want to here. Your legs are closed to the situation, whether you're male or female. I feel like this represents your energy. It's kind of like if you're not working to meet me where I'm at, if I'm not open. I'm not always going to be open to your suggestions. And then with this rose, it's like he's rubbing her legs with this rose, trying to woo her. That can represent, this person always coming back with the right words to say, or somehow romancing you. And it could even be an offer that comes. And I kind of feel like you've had this offer plenty of times, or it might be packaged in a new way, and it's just like, you're not really saying nothing, or like, what's so special about this time around? You know what I mean? So there's a little bit of suspicion on your end, or you're just focusing on your own ideals. And I also feel like you might even have saw this coming, that this opportunity or this offer was coming from this person. I get a sense of that. It's like she's sipping her tea, so it's kind of like she already suspected this, or she already knew what was to come with this. Then with the past energy that's relevant to the now, you have the Queen of Cups. And you guys know how I feel about the Queen of Cups. If you don't know how I feel about the Queen of Cups, she's very giving and very loving. Whether she's male or female, for you, she's that one that's very nurturing, takes everybody in. She embraces everybody. She feels what you feel. She gives you the advice. She's also that girlfriend that probably cooks and cleans for you, does things like wifey things that she probably shouldn't be doing with you, but she's doing it anyway. She gives you all this love and affection, or if you're a man, you just keep giving and giving with yourself, and it's kind of like people would say you're a sucker if you do it, especially if the woman is not reciprocating that love back, or this man is not reciprocating that love back to you. Then it makes you kind of foolish. But not so much the fact that you're loving and you're giving, but the fact that you're giving to someone and this person is taking all of your resources and not adding to what you're giving, if that makes sense. So I feel like in the past this is what you were doing, and I feel like you recognize that, and that's why your legs are closed to this person. That energy represents no more giving to you like that. It's not going to happen. I'm not soft on you like that. It's kind of what I'm getting with the rose. He's like, he's trying to get her attention, and she's like, I'm just not, or you, him, her, whatever you fall in, I'm just not that soft on you right now. And closing the legs could very well be stop giving your away to everybody that doesn't appreciate that exchange. Men too, don't be sticking it in anywhere with, especially with women that don't even deserve that exchange with you, or whatever your taste is, whatever you're into. As far as your intentions go, you have the Seven of Wands. So I feel like your intentions are to fight off temptation, because this man looks like he wants it, but he doesn't want it. He doesn't really want to indulge in it with her. So it could be that for majority of you, you're trying to fight off the temptation not to revert back to that old energy, or not to revert back to, if you've been giving of yourself, your energy, whether it's sexually or you've just been giving emotionally, kind of just putting yourself out there, being too vulnerable or too codependent on this person, or the energy that you offer with this person is, given frivolously, I'm sure with good intentions, but I feel like you are trying to fight this off, this temptation to go back to your old ways and to give in to whatever this person wants, because a lot of these things that you're doing you wouldn't normally do for the average person. So it's like, what makes this person so special that I would automatically just give up myself and do things that I wouldn't normally do with this person? I'm dealing with multiple women or men. I'm dealing with the lies. I'm dealing with them cutting me off and then coming back like nothing happened. Like, who is this person to have me doing this? And what's wrong with me that I don't love myself enough not to do that? And I feel like this is where you're trying to fight from going back to that same cycle again and again. The blockages that need to be cleared, the 5. I'm already at the 5th card, so this is my 5th card. So you guys might have to start it over again. Yeah, the truth burns a little bit, but it's like you're pouring that alcohol or that what's that brown stuff called, peroxide, over it to cleanse it. So it's gonna sting when you open that wound, when you look at it, but that's where the healing comes in. So the truth doesn't actually really hurt like as bad as it like it you know what I mean? But the 5 of Wands in reverse as the blocks, and it's this energy of what's blocking you. I feel like it's your inner ability to overcome the challenge that I feel like you've been trying to overcome for so long. That's where the 7 of Wands comes in. And then number 7 is God's number, so you might know that you need some spiritual help to fight off these urges to fall back into the old energy, because this is really what's blocking you. You've got all these different energies fighting internally. One that might be saying, you know what, you need to just give in to him, or you need to give in to her. You know you still want to be with him. You know this connection or this union is special, so you need to just answer his phone calls or text him time and time again, or call her as much as you want. But something else inside of you was like, don't do that. And it could be your own inner guidance. It's also could be your guides. It could be friends and family that really have your best interests, that want the best for you, that's not going to feed into the bullshit. You don't want anybody around you that's going to spoon feed you and tell you to stick around with somebody that does not value you. So I feel like it might be a lot of conflict, and it could even be what's blocking you is competing with other women or men for this person, competing for just to win. That might be a tough thing too, to realize that maybe, and it's natural to feel this way, that I put all this energy into something, whether it's a project, a business, a relationship, a job position. I put all this energy into this, so I deserve something. I deserve something in this. So it's like, if I don't get it, then I'm a failure. I'm a loser. That's pretty much what we register things when it's like it doesn't work out and we put all our energy into it. We expect a reward in the end, or we expect a specific reward in the end, and it could be the reward is the lesson itself or the experience that we've got. So many different things. You know what I mean? The job was for naught. You got the job experience and the position. The relationship was for naught because you learned a lot of valuable lessons of what you want and what you don't want. Maybe other things you've learned. It's, you know, you can take so much out of a situation. It's called alchemy, pretty much. Turns nothing into something. But I feel like that's the blockage there. As far as the lessons that you've learned or will learn this week, you have justice. Justice, I didn't even know she was out here. But yeah, justice, like I was saying, it's Libra season. She represents Libra. Some shit's got to come into balance now. Some things have to be rectified. The karma, either it's paid and it's done, and then it is what it is. The sign of Libra also represents partnerships, harmony, ruled by Venus. Planet Venus represents love. Could be material matters, comfort, art, beauty. So the things that we treasure and the things that we find beautiful and we find comfort in our relationships, these things we're going to be learning from this week. And this is a major arcana card. And this is the only major arcana card actually that came out. So that says a lot. As far as the expectations that you have of this person and the connection is the Three of Wands. They're always going to have you waiting in the wings. Okay? They have these ties around their boots, which is weird. I don't know why they have these ties. Both of them do. So you're always kind of expecting to be tied down to this person or somehow still connected to them, but still waiting. The energy of the Three of Wands is anticipation. Waiting for a ship to come in. Waiting for something to come in or result from your efforts. So it's going to be expecting for him or her to come around and expecting like we're still connected. We're always going to be connected. So it's always going to be that hook there. With the hopes and the fears that you have, hopes and fears are one and the same. I always use this as an example. The I don't want to be late to work. The opposite of that is your hope. I want to be on time to work. So your hope and your fear is one and the same. So you have the Three of Swords as your hope and your fear. I feel like there's either another man or another woman that you kind of wish would fall off. Or you fear that someone else is going to take your spot or your place in this person's life. It's kind of like you've been spying or watching this person to see what they're up to, whether their relationship with that person, that guy, that girl, if it's still up and running, if it's getting any better. Because this woman is like spying on this couple. She wants to see how intimate they really are, how close and how deep this connection really is. So she's watching to see how he interacts with this other woman. So you might be watching this person trying to see what they're up to. I haven't even gotten into their energy yet, so we'll see what's going on. But I feel like this is your fear. Your hope is that it's not that deep, that this is just another female in their bed, or this is just another dude, but they'll dispose and I'll still be here. Because whatever this is with the Three of Swords, it hurts you. So this might be going on right now, where this might have been something you've had to deal with in the past with this person that bothers you. It's your hope and your fear. But whatever resonates with you, but it's your hope and your fear. Um, the feelings that you have of this person, you have the King of Chalices, so this person does mean a lot to you deeply. The chalices is cups, and the cups represent emotions and feelings, so this person does really mean a lot to you. Okay? They do. I feel like you would do anything for this person. It's almost like this woman's ready to slut herself out for this man. He's conservative, but it's like she's kind of like the seductress, so it's like you're willing to like do anything for this man or woman and put yourself out there in a way where you might not have resulted with someone else. It's like this person makes me do things that I would not normally do. It's like this person has power over her emotions. He's all cool and collected. On the other end, it's just like her was like, will you notice me? Will you love me? Will you just take me for what I am? Okay. So what are the thoughts that you have of this person? What are you thinking about this person or the connection? I don't know, you guys. Okay. Got the Magician. So you might feel like this person is very powerful, or they have some sort of power over you. You might also feel like this person is like in some way psychically in tune with you and knows how to push your buttons or how to shift and alchemize things in the way that they want them to. But yeah, you do see this person as very powerful. He or she, you find them to be very powerful, at least within the situation, or at least with you. Okay. So what are the outside influences of the connection? Got the Five of Cups. So the Five of Cups as the outside influence of all this energy is disappointments, of course. Feeling like backstab. You might even be like, and this came up in another reading, it's kind of like you have a hard time with releasing and letting go of people and things, because it's like so many people have left my life. And it might not even be so many people. You might have more people that love you than those that have backstabbed you and have left you, cheated on you, wasn't really your friend and whatnot. But it's like you only choose to see the connections that have fallen apart or did not, supposedly work. So I feel like this is where you're at, why you're having such a tough time with letting this person go, or healing within the connection, or getting yourself right first. If it's even, if this is worth it and you really want this with this person, you got to figure out what you want first, and if this is really what you want. Because a lot of our desires come from a place of different stages in our lives, like whether we are happy or sad at the time, and we say to ourselves, I want a man that makes me feel whole. So we're kind of codependent from that place when we're like, I'm just seeking something and anything. Or I'm buying these clothes because I'm bored. And then when you get home, you got all these clothes on your bed and you're like, why did I just spend all this money? You know what I mean? So our desires come from certain places and I feel like this connection, the desire connected you to this person so that you could heal. And a lot of the time we don't want to confront things that we have to heal. So this person is going to do that to you. If it's meant to be in the cards for you and this person to get right, then it will work itself out. But you got to take care of you first. The only thing that stands here is this man. Everybody else has gone on about their business. So all we can do is take care of ourselves first. That's hard for people. They don't want to hear that. You can't fixate on a person. You can't fixate on a job. You can't fixate on any. You got to make sure you're right first within. That's the first important thing. Everything outside of ourselves We get bored easily by these things. They don't mean anything within an hour or two. I really wanted that sandwich. Oh, that was so bomb. And then later on, it's just like, fuck that sandwich. I want something else now. It's just like, Knight of Cups represents conclusion. Okay, so the conclusion energy, this person, just expect it. You know, it's like that pesky ex that just comes in and out of your life. Like, I got a couple of them. They just come in and out of your life, and they feel like they always got that on you, even when they don't. And sometimes they might, because we haven't fully detached and healed from that person, but sometimes they're just reminders of what not to deal with ever again. But this Knight of Cups, he's very, I call him one of my fuckboy cards. If you know what a fuckboy is, the Knight of Wands is really like the fuckboy that like got ill intentions. He comes in and he just wants to bust a nut, or he or she just wants to get it in, or they want to use you for something. But the Knight of Cups, his intentions are not really to hurt anybody, but he doesn't really know what his intentions are. He doesn't really even know what he wants. So that's why he falls in love so easily. It's so sparkly. It's so beautiful. Then the next minute, they're like, oh, I got a jet because I don't know if I want this anymore. Or I don't even know who I am. That's the Knight of Cups. He doesn't even know what he feels or what he wants. He's still a knight. He's not a king yet. So, and he's at the bottom of the other card. So the conclusion of this is this person is going to continue to come back. They might come back this week with some soft shit to say. He or she. Or it might be something that triggers your heart and makes you fall back into the magic again. But like I said, you have to expect that sometimes with certain connections. Certain people don't always leave your life whole and complete. And that's annoying sometimes. Some people are contracted in our lives longer than others. So I'm going to look at the other person's energy for this week. I'm already 20 minutes in. I didn't know I spent that much time on our energies, on the viewer's energy. All right, let's see. Most relevant and current energies for this week. What to expect. Yeah. Water sign people, I wouldn't say that they're like not the most serious, but sometimes they can be like, because they're just like, they love the moment and they're in love with love, and then when it's like not magical anymore, they want to dip. And that's not real. You know, you can't go from that place. Okay. They got the Justice card as their participation. So they're playing a role in all of this for you. They are teaching you a very valuable, beautiful lesson. There's nothing wrong with that. The Hierophant. So they got a lot of majors. Just know that Spirit is like working through them or working with them. Because they got a lot of majors. Okay. I forgot to pull an advice card for you. I will at the end of the video. I forgot. But I will. Before this is over. After I read their energy, I'll pull an advice card for you. Okay. So what is the conclusion? Okay. So let's see what's going on with this person. So like I said, they have the Justice card as their participation. So this person is putting in their part with whatever role they play in this whole series, this whole TV show. They're playing their role. It is Libra season. Like I said, things need to come into balance and into harmony. This could be a karmic cycle that's reaching its conclusion, its end. So as far as their present energy, where it goes, they have the Ace of Cups. So presently, this person, they are open to love. They are focused on love. Most of them, if this is a Libra, then they could be heavily affected by this energy in some sense, I feel. Or if they have Venus in Virgo. This person is open to love. They do want to offer you something. That's where their focus is. That's why the Knight of Cups came out. I feel like you already expect that. Remember the woman in the other card, she was in the other spread or in your spread, she was sipping the tea. You already expect something to come from this person. Whether it's an offer of love or it's some sort of emotional offer or something. It could be a text with them like, hey baby, how you're doing? Something that stirs up something emotionally within you, because the ace is a beginning of something. So it's something that's going to stir you up a little bit. Could be an offer to like sleep with you. It's not the wands. If it was the wands, I would say yeah, for sure. But it could be something that leads to sex. But they do want to offer something from an emotional level. They are feeling warm and fuzzy some way. As far as past energy that's relevant to the now, the Nine of Cups. So they feel like you're slipping away. This Nine of Cups is like not that typical Nine of Cups. This woman is not like indulge in anything. See how quickly he got you? Or she? They feel like you're slipping away, or they felt like you were slipping away. So you are, you still want this to an extent. It's almost like I'm at the Nine of Cups, and if you don't give me the rest of what I want, then I don't want to hear what you have to say. And that's why they're contemplating this Ace of Cups. It could be that you told him that you feel like you're not fulfilled in a certain way, or you're playing me, or you're doing something that I don't like, or you need to do this better, or I'm not just someone that you can use and abuse. And that's what triggers this feeling like I need to offer the Ace of Cups to make this Nine of Cups, Ten of Cups. If that makes sense. Your intentions, or their intentions, are the Knight of Cups. Remember, like I said, like I told you, the Knight of Cups, he keeps coming out. So this is their intentions. Their intentions as the Knight of Cups is to come in. You got to expect it. But it might be when you're not expecting, because she's naked, so AKA she's vulnerable. She's not expecting it. It's when you least expect it, it's going to catch you at a vulnerable moment. So this person's going to come at you when you least expect it, when you're not with your guard up and you're not like, fuck you, I don't want to talk to you. It's going to be when you're not expecting that and you're not in that mode or that energy that they're going to come in. But you already know that, but you just don't know when. Okay. With the blocks, the blockages here, with them, Seven of Pentacles. Okay. So what blocks them is they don't really have the ability. I feel like they don't have the ability to put in as much effort and time and patience. They're not that type of person. They're like the microwave type of cooker. They're not the person that cooks from the stove and the oven. They're the person that's got to pop it in the microwave and have it right here and right now. They're the fast food type. So that's what's blocking them. They don't have that energy for longevity. They don't have the will within them to actually put any energy in. That makes sense. Like, you know how there's some lovers that just want the relationship to move from point A to point Z in like a month and not really work through the connection, its natural state, and allow things to flow. That's not this person. They want things to move really fast. They don't want to have to work for anything when it comes to a relationship. They want to enjoy the fruits of everything and not have to do anything. And that's what's blocking them in this situation and in love in general. Because I feel like this person does not take time to get to know friends either. They just meet people at the club and all of a sudden they're their friends. Or they meet people out and about and it's like, oh, this is my homeboy, this is my homegirl. I have friends like that. Like, how is this your homegirl, your homeboy? You just met them. You don't even know this person. Like, some people are like that. And then they get burned in the end because it's like, oh, that girl, blah, 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 she did this to me. Like, really? This is that type of person. And when they get in a relationship, it's like, oh, we in love. That's my man. That's that type of person. That's a blockage. Not so much a pushover, but yeah, too trusting and like almost a person that's afraid of going into depth of people. They like to surface scratch, and then they get disappointed because they didn't really take the time to get to know that person. They're afraid of depth. They don't have the patience for the potatoes and the meat to cook. They're just like, no, I'm gonna make McDonald's. And that is the opposite of you, I feel. Majority of you. That's why you guys need that contrast, because you're the opposite. You guys have to teach each other different things. What is the lessons that will be learned? I feel like for them, the lessons that are going to be learned is things about their morals. Okay? There's a contrast here in these two women. Yeah, it could be that this person sleeps around, or it could also be that these women represent something different to this person, to this hierophant, to this man, or to this woman. There's contrast between what they're being shown and what they're dealing with. So it's like Spirit is actually putting this lesson on them. Gonorrhea. So it's like a spiritual lesson that they're going through, and it's about contrast. This between that and needing to see like where you fall with that. What are my real beliefs? What is my truth? Okay. As far as their expectations of you and the connection is the Five of Cups, they expect a lot of disappointment. They're not really too sure that they still have you. This person is like, I want to say like they're like this scared child. Like they might project themselves to be like up here, and I'm like, you know, chest out. But this person is really afraid of death. Like I'm like not death. It sounded like I said that. Depth. T-E-P-T-H. Depth. I feel like I was on Boomerang just now. Have you guys ever seen that movie? I feel like this person is like afraid that you will reject them. They want to come in because he looks like he has a messenger bag or something, doesn't it? Like he has a message, but afraid to give this message to her. So it's a fear that they're not going to be able to offer you what they want to offer you, and if they offer it to you, it's like you're going to be looking at them like, I don't want this. Their hopes and fears. So we know hopes and fears are one and the same. So the stars come out as their hopes and fears. So this person does have some sort of fantasy about you. I don't want to say that it's sexual. Some of them it is sexual, but it's kind of like they do have a desire to be vulnerable in love, not in a codependent sense, but in a sense where you have the ability to open me up to love and for me to give of myself and share and feel safe within that. The fear is that there'll be like some sort of like biatch to you. Even if it's a woman, some women have a hard time with submitting to men, but not in a controlling, dominant way, like women are down here and men are up here. Not in that sense, but like a soft way, like where she can be a Cinderella and allow her Prince Charming to charm her. They might fear that, but at the same time they want that, because the fear comes from a place of rejection, abandonment, somebody using them, backstabbing them, but they actually want that. And I feel like that's a real desire because it's a major arcana card. As far as like their feelings for you, they have the Five of Swords, so it's not so much of a feeling, it's more so of a mental energy. So the feelings towards you come from something you said, I feel. It's something that you might have said that hurt them or made you look like you bossed up on them, or you made them look like a little girl or a little punk. Whether they're male or female, you made them feel like they're down here. So their feelings are coming from this place. So they had the Five of Cups, and this was in their expectations. So the Five of Cups and the Five of Swords, I feel like they're one and the same. So their feelings come from these thoughts that you're going to reject them or say something crazy. This person is softer than they let on. Their thoughts about you was the Six of Wands. Their thought is that they can conquer you, whether it's sexually, because it might be sexually for some of them, but conquer you in a way that they get what they want. They do want a victory here, even if it's a small term victory, or if it's something not as like big and grand, but like just the fact that you answered the phone or you did something that makes them feel good about themselves, or some sort of attention from you. So it's like a short-term victory. The Six of Wands is not like the World card, like this big victory and success card. Outside influences for them, they have the Five of Swords again in this deck. So the Five of Swords, outside influence, is these communications from you where you might have said something to them that was sharp to them, or something that you didn't say anything at all. There was some sort of rejection here, or in the past there was a rejection, or just didn't say shit to him. Could have been a block or something. You could have blocked this person from communication, or told them, don't call me, I'm over you, I don't want to be with you anymore. Or it could be, you need to do better, you need to step up to the plate. Okay, the Four of Wands, this is the conclusion. The conclusion will be some sort of coming together. Like I said, I do see the Knight of Cups. I saw them twice in his or her spread and your spread. But there is some sort of coming together, because this is a celebratory card. Could also be a reconciliation card, some sort of event that brings people together, like a party or an event. Could be that you do bump into this person, or you do see them at a party or an event or a club, especially if you know that they hang out at certain spots, or it wouldn't really be much of a coincidence if you bumped into this person, especially if you guys have the same associates. Could be pregnancy. No, I'm just playing. Possibly. Yeah, only if you resonate with this. Don't get all disappointed if it doesn't happen. But it's like, kind of like, Spirit is funny, because as I'm saying this, like, you guys really do have a hard time with like not giving into this person. And it's like the sign that you hear that this person might potentially message you or say something to you, kind of get geeked up and all that other talk that y'all was talking, like, oh, F him, I don't want nothing to do with him, he's a punk and blah blah blah. Now it's kind of like, is he coming back, or is he gonna message me? I don't think he's gonna message me because I said something. So it is going to be a battle with this. It is. Because as much as you hate to admit it, you want this to work, and there's nothing wrong with that. But you do gotta kind of look at it from your perspective, and don't get too geeked up on this, because it's like, this person, are they going to really give me what I deserve this time, or is it gonna be like all the last times? Because I told you the fuckboy came out twice, the Knight of Cups. So, yeah. So I'm going to pull a Romance Angels card. Just be on your P's and Q's. You can handle it, Bernard, if you want, because I can't from my end, I don't think. But just be on your P's and Q's. Like, really hear everything out. Be in your right mind if this person does come to you. Don't fall for the trap. That's all I'm saying. There's nothing wrong with being happy or excited. Okay, so you got children as your advice card. Your love life is being affected by children. So don't get scared about the pregnancy thing, you guys. I'm not getting that. What I am getting, though, is this has something to do with child wounds, and you need to address that. It's something to do with childhood wounds. And for some of you, if it is that you don't want to get pregnant, then keep that in mind. If that keeps you from falling into some stuff you don't need to fall in with this person. I would pay attention to the signs of what this person is showing you again, but they did come up as the Knight of Cups again, and I told you how I feel about the Knight of Cups. He's not the most stable partner. He comes and he goes. He might come back from when he's I want to be in your life, or he never comes back ever again. Sometimes you have those Knight of Cups individuals. But that's usually more so like the Knight of Wands. Like he wants to come in and he's gone forever. The cups can flow here and there. But that is your message for this week, you guys. I hope you've enjoyed it. Much love to you. Yeah, I'll do my singles readings every week since you guys enjoyed that. No problem, you guys. You're welcome. Be on your P's and Q's, ladies and gentlemen. Don't fall for the trap. Have a good weekend.